Okay, episode 2. 3? 2. This is episode 2. And if you listen to the first episode, I said this is going to be about anime and video games. And the things that I really want to talk about that I don't really get to talk about very often. And I would like to start it off with anime. My, I've never not watched anime in my entire life. Even when I was a baby, parents would be sitting around watching anime, and I'll be there as a baby watching anime. And now I am big man of 26 watching anime. Right now I'm watching Spy X Family. What is it called? Skull Knight. Atome ga something. Like it's there's a couple isekais, I'd say. And I guess Spy X Family is the slice of life. I wouldn't really consider it a slice of life. More of like an action series. But yeah, the Demon King or some reincarnated himself. It's another one I'm watching. I don't remember the name. You could probably hear me clicking on my mouse and typing on my keyboard to try to find it out, but so far I haven't found it. I have to go into my files. Another one I'm watching is some Yuri anime about isekai people getting slaughtered, and then one of the girls is like a time magic thing. It's okay. It's an I'm probably gonna drop it. There's quite a anime. That's okay. All right. Blah. There are a ton of series that I've dropped over the years due to time, but many more series I had dropped because it's only an series. I'd give it a 5 out of 10, and really the 5 is just based on 2 characters that I really like. Either they're a pretty girl, or they're just like a really nice looking lady. Or a really cool guy that's usually a background character, unfortunately, and not the main focus, and which leads me to drop the series. I very rarely do I finish an entire series that's 5 out of 10. And I don't know, some other people are more die hard or try hard than I am and can just sit down and keep doing it, but I really can't. I don't have the mental capacity to just sit down and watch an entire series, despite it only being like 5 hours. I say 5 hours, but geez, 5 hours is a long time. It's hard. It's because even anime that I like, I have to take breaks. Like Overlord. I really like Overlord. In fact, I'd go as far as to say it's my favorite anime. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10. But I would say it's my favorite anime. It's my comfort anime alongside Isekai Quartet, where if I really don't know what I want to do, I'd just put it on and I'd watch it, and I'd have an alright time. And I'm like, I'd be playing video games, and I need some background music. Like, let's say video games. It's more like my MOBAGs. And I'd have it playing on one of my monitors. I have 3 of them, so one monitor would be anime, the other would be Discord, and then the third monitor would be just like my email. What is it right now? Yeah, it's my email. And I really like that series because it speaks to me on another level, because the main theme is just, well, the main theme for me and what I gain the most pleasure out of it is that a lot of MMOs. I used to play a lot of MMOs. MapleStory, Warframe. I don't know if you consider Warframe an MMO, but yeah, Warframe, World of Warcraft, RuneScape, Perfect World, and a lot, and some other ones too. But I don't want to get into it. Not because I forgot their names or anything. Baka. That was kind of cringe. But I didn't. I would continue playing the games until after. I would just keep playing the game. No, all of my friends would stop. All of my online friends would stop. And I would still be playing it. And I'd be playing it alone. And I'd be playing content that's made for friends and guilds. But I'd be playing it alone, and it's not that fun. And that's like the biggest thing about Overlord is, Momonga's trapped in the anime, or he's trapped in the video game, and he's trying to find his lost guildmates, and now I'm an adult now, and it speaks to me even more now, where like all my friends are working, and we don't have the same days off, and they can't be playing while I'm playing, and when they're playing, I'm at work getting yelled at, and and I think that's why I keep like watching that as my background, because I feel for him, Momonga. I remember I didn't sit down and read the light novels. I listened to an audio book of it playing, and it was really good. It was, I don't know, it was really good, and I felt like it catered to me specifically. Even before that, I really liked the isekai genre. And I guess it was released in a good time where there was quite a bit of isekais, and it was at that moment where isekais were popping off with a ton of series, and I was popping off with watching every single one of them. The isekai genre at that time needed a twist or a spin, with many of the different series being released, and the spin for that one was, like, I guess the loneliness of being the only one there, the only player character there, and that the big mystery was, is there? And it hinted that there was once other players. Maybe he'll find his friends if he keeps going on, and I keep going on with playing MapleStory and playing like the old MMOs. Well, it's mostly MapleStory these days because I want to rekindle the fire, and it's been years, but I still haven't. There's also an Overlord event in MapleStory, which I thought was funny and cool, but yeah, it's just that feeling, and there's not that many other series that it really grabs out to my feels as Overlord does. And I guess the main point of the anime isn't really that, and I'm just missing the main point, but I'm just picking out my own main point and saying that this is the main point because it spoke really deeply to me. I don't know. But yeah, the Overlord is my favorite series. I spent quite a bit of money on figures, and I got a tote bag of an Overlord tote bag with some of the main characters, Albedo and Momonga or Ainz. I got there's like different manga released of it, like spin-offs. When it was around, there was a mobile game, and it wasn't very popular. It didn't make enough money, and it shut down. Kind of ironic that the Overlord game, like mobile game, would shut down, and the series. If you watched it, you know that the game shut down, and I played till the end. I was in a Discord with some of the people that played it, some of the biggest whales in the game, and they were like, we're gonna make it, we're gonna get sent to the... No, we didn't. Nothing happened. We all just kind of was like, oh man, one by one we were getting kicked out, or trying to do things in the game despite it, the servers being shut down. That was a fun little piece of internet history that only that me and a few select other people shared, and we never really stuck together as friends after that. I left that Discord server because after time it was just because the Japanese servers continued, and I did not feel like starting over, so I just left the Discord after maybe about a month or two. Whereas all the rest of them, they got Japanese accounts through one means or another, and I was like, I did not want to do that. I felt like it had a nice ending, a poetic ending, I guess, of it just shutting down, all of us getting together, and it just being done. And it really did. I think that solidified it as my favorite anime, despite it being an awful event and me having terrible memories of like just the moments after it, like that wrenching feeling. I didn't personally put like too much money. I think I put $20 into the game because it was like a monthly pass or something. It was quite. The game shut down quite a while ago. It's 2022 right now, and I think I can't remember when it ended. But I was a Sayed. I was a big Sayed when it ended. What I really really liked about that game was like the multiplayer with my friends. But anyway, Overlord. Yeah, it's my favorite anime. It's not a very good anime. These days, I don't think I recommend it to anybody. Because you need to have... I feel like you need to have gone through that hardship of MMOs, playing an MMO, and then playing until... Not until it ended, but having your friends just leave one by one. And having that loneliness. But that seems kind of cringe for a reason. But it's my reason why that I won't recommend it to other people. Yeah, other people might disagree and be like, it's a good anime. If it's a good anime, just recommend it to people. Like, it just depends on the person, I guess. And people's favorite anime can be whatever they like, whatever. And when I say Overlord is my favorite anime, people immediately jump to the conclusion that I'm isekai man. I like terrible isekais. I like Overlord because I have power trip fantasy. And I want to disagree, but on the other hand, like, yeah, it's a very flawed series. It is a very power trip like fantasy where you, the main character, gets to be this crazy, overpowered man and have beautiful women. But I really like. It's more so with that feeling, you know. For me, if Momonga wasn't as powerful as he was, I would still have that feeling. Similarly to some of my other friends that have emotion towards New Game New Life, where they think, oh, I'm so the main character, and I find that cringe. But when I think like, oh, Momonga, that's just like me, they probably think I'm cringe, because I don't really see it as the power trip. I think of it as more as the loneliness of losing friends in an MMO whom you spent hours with, and just not connecting with them anymore because of IRL. But I want to know if, like, the person who's listening to this, what is your favorite anime? Mine is Overlord. But you know, I like other anime too. I watch a few very few things per season, things that I know will probably be good. As well as some ongoing series. I think the only one I'm watching is One Piece. I don't really. I dropped Attack on Titan. I dropped Boku no Hero or My Hero Academia. I dropped Boruto or Naruto. I dropped, I dropped a lot of the shonen, really. Demon Slayer is cool. I don't remember seeing anything. Oh, there was that movie, but I never watched the movie. I probably should. It was in theaters. I heard good things about it. But when I was a teacher, there was a lot of kids who really liked Demon Slayer, which kind of prevented me from liking Demon Slayer. Yeah, that's just. I really wish I can watch those when the hype was really big. I think the hype is really big right now. I think Jujutsu Kaisen is really big right now, because I see even in the like Mexican markets, I see Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen, like little figures, like bootleg figures, and there is the like occasional Naruto and Dragon Ball Z, but the majority is Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer, with their Tanjiro and what's her name? Chibi, vampire girl. I don't remember her name. I'm really bad with the names of characters, unless they really. I don't know. I'm just really bad with character names, and my brain is kind of melting right now. It's kind of hot in my room. I live in Vegas, and the summer is just starting. There's scorpions. There are fire ants. It is not a good place to live in the summer. It's going to be 110 degrees tomorrow. I'm glad I work in the air conditioning, but in between me working and me at home, there's just a lot of heat. I take the bus, and it's just even more heat for some reason. Squeaky chair. But anime that I tend to look for in season, anime that I tend to look forward to is isekai. Every season, I'd always look forward to the isekai, regardless of what it is and the market it's for. Like little kid isekai, or an isekai that's catered to women because the main character's a girl and there's a bunch of dudes, or it's a one of those little girl gets sent to other world of magical wonder and bliss. I'll still watch it, or even if it's like a power trippy, like Bad series. I can't think of any names off the top of my head, but you know the one or two every single season, where man is sent to other world with X power. Ooh. I guess the last thing, I guess Skeleton Knight is kind of that, where he is really overpowered and everything seems to be going his way. It's just that he's a skeleton. And it is kind of a power trippy anime. But it doesn't take itself that seriously, which I really like. I don't really like anime that is, it's up its own butt, where it has to have a deeper meaning and all this jazz and junk. I generally don't like those type of series that takes itself very seriously. I like lighthearted comedies, isekai. But that's just me. There's a couple that more serious titles that I like, but I generally like lighthearted comedies and isekai. Those are my, in that order, how I like my animes. Pie. Then I prefer those slices, not slice of life. Unless there's a really cute anime girl, and there tends to be one every single season. I think the anime girl this season is Yor from Spy X Family. The last one I don't really remember. I think it was the girl from some gal. It was like a gal girl, where she was spunky and had blonde hair. I'll have to ask a friend. Maybe next episode. It's gonna kill me, but oh well. The waifus of the season. I'll go into that. The seasonal waifu. I like to lie and say that having more than one waifu ruins your laifu, but it feels like there is a girl every season just for me. Pogo, or Matt, or LGG, or Nif. I don't know what name you guys go. Like I said, I'm fine with Pogo. I'll occasionally, or more than occasionally, I'll be referring to myself as, as that. I just had Del Taco. This is coming right after eating. Well, I don't say right after. It's a couple hours after Del Taco, and the burps are starting to come. It's arriving. Oh, and episode 1 had just finished uploading. Hot diggity dog, dude. I think I'm gonna be I'm gonna be continuing on with this podcast. I think I'm gonna just, I'm starting to enjoy it. I'm starting to like talking, and I think I started to like talking because of my work. I do a lot of talking at work as an officer, and at Amazon I was not talking at all. Rarely did I ever talk at Amazon, because everything was done through my phone or a computer screen. I got to see what I needed to do, and then I did it. What was I saying? Oh, sorry, rambling. Seasonal waifu. So the seasonal waifu this season, Yor. Hot diggity dog, she's cute. I like yanderes. I like women with pale skin, dark hair, red eyes. Or, just eyes that are not commonly colored. I like strong waifus. I guess I'm just going through tags that I like. But yeah, I like those type of women, and Yor really speaks out to me as the type of waifu that I like. I don't really like how voluptuous she's being drawn. I know that seems kind of weird. Why don't you like that, Pogo? Well, I see her more as a fit woman, doing all those murdering, I like my yandere women pretty fit, and not so thick with 2 C's, if you know what I mean. But don't get it twisted. I'm not saying I don't like thick. I like thick. It's just Not how I envision my yandere women who go out murdering. I see them as very taut, tight, and muscular. I really like I guess my favorite type of girl is the childhood Genki tomboy girl. Or yandere girl who's like quiet. The kudere, yandere wife. It's like a tie between those two types of girls. And I guess, I don't know, there hasn't been very many seasons or series within the last few seasons that really like goes, oh, this is my waifu now. No, oh, that's my waifu. Now I'm buying her body pillow. Except for Yor. Yor, I really, really like Yor a lot. I imagine I'm probably going to get an anime figure off of Tom or Tokyo Otaku Mode. Because I like her. I have quite a bit of anime women in anime figures. I only have a single body pillow. That's for for my waifu. But I don't think I'm gonna get. Oh, sorry about the audio right there. I don't think I'm gonna buy a body pillow or anything. I was just gonna get the anime figure because. Oh, she's so good. She's my waifu. And I don't like saying seasonal waifu, but she's basically the seasonal waifu of like all the people watching anime this season. She's the anime girl of the season. When she's forgotten next season, I'm gonna keep bringing her up, and my reaction images will be because I've got quite a bit of reaction images of Yor. She has some really great faces in the manga, and I stopped reading the manga because the anime came out, and golly, do I have a folder. Anime waifus on your computer. I have a lot of anime waifus on my computer. There are a lot of reaction images. I don't really organize my anime reaction. I just have a folder named Reaction, and the majority of it is just anime girls being smug or laughing or surprised, scared, etc. But I do have like an anime folder, and then in that anime folder, it's in my pictures, and then that anime folder I have series, and I should go down to character, but then there's a lot of images where there's more than one character, so I just never really got around to doing it. It's just a project in my head that I'll never do, and I'm acknowledging that I'll never do it. An organization, especially for anime junk, I'm kind of organized, but not super. I have my anime folder, not reaction images, and not images, but like videos, like because I torrent my anime. Sorry to those who purchase their junk, but I buy figures. That should be enough. Should be more than enough. I support my animes. Sometimes I even buy the Blu-rays, like Overlord and Haruhi. Well, I didn't buy it. It was my friend who bought those for me, because I like Haruhi. But that's just me being nostalgic. Anyway, the folder itself is pretty organized. It goes by it says anime, go inside of it. Then it has a bunch of series, and then I open up those folders, and bam, there it is. I wouldn't say it's pretty organized, but it's generally organized. More so than other people who just torrent one episode, because by this they don't get their anime by the season. They're seasonal watchers. They torrent one episode, they watch it, they keep it on their I'm kind of speaking about one person that whom I've seen their anime folder, and it just looked like an absolute trash fire of a folder because it was just like a bunch of random animes because he downloads them like one episode because he's a seasonal watcher, and then another series, and then another series, and then an entire series because he just felt like torrenting that entire series. It just it's disorganized. I'm generally an organized person. I get up and clean my surroundings, and when I'm finished, I put those things away. When I'm finished with the series, I either delete it, or if I know for a fact I'm gonna watch it again, or make a funny meme, or do something with it, I organize it so in a way where I can find it again. Um, I really like keeping organized with those things, with the exception of the reaction image folder. But then again, I have a search bar, and I rename all of my reaction images to the reaction itself, like the reaction, then a number. So when I type in the reaction in the search bar, I can get all of those images. But very rarely do I have an image that has more than one reaction, like one anime girl is looking scared and an anime boy is looking like heh nice yeah. Uh, then I just have another a name for it. The but staying organized, staying on that track. How do you guys, listener? How do you organize your junk when it comes to anime and reaction images and your anime image folder? I'd like to know. Leave a comment or whatever down below, or tell it to me if you know who I am and are friends with me or contacts with me. Well, kind of said what I needed to say about my favorite anime, Overlord. It still is my favorite anime. Konosuba might be my close second. I'm playing the mobile game, and I expect it to kind of flop soon, despite me putting all my time and manpower into it. I guess tied with second is the Fate series. And I know that's a little unfair with an entire series of multiple branching things, but Konosuba. It's more on Konosuba like being that really good of an anime. Like it's really good, and it's Kotobukiya. I don't want to say all Kotobukiya. Was it not Kotobukiya? Kotobukiya is for frame arm girls. But like the isekais. Kodakawa, that's what it's called. Sorry, that huge brain fart. Like, I literally have Kodakawa, like, merchandise of the company. Like, on my, what's it called? On my shelf. Like, on the side of it. But yeah, I really like the ReZero. I really like the Shield Hero. I don't know if that's Kotobukiya. I keep saying Kotobukiya because I'm looking at a frame arm girl sitting next to me that's halfway finished, and I don't like. Anyway, I guess I don't want to be that much of a simp for Kodakawa, but I really do like those, like the Isekai Quartet and all of its series in it. And that's another one if I can do a 3-way tie for second place, it's Konosuba, the Fate series, and Isekai Quartet. I know that sounds ugly, that sounds cringe, but that's what it be, dude. That's what it be. Anyway, I don't really have any subjects to continue on with this. I said what I needed to say. I'm kind of happy that I got it out, and I'm gonna continue on with more things in the next episode. I might even continue on with this subject if I remember anything between now and the next episode. Okay, bye bye.